On this episode of Inside the Blueprint, high-tech HVAC, plumbing, and fire protection engineering solutions, language translators and interpreters, interior design for educational and corporate buildings, solutions for outsourcing your culinary needs, plus lots more. A well-functioning HVAC, plumbing, and fire protection system is crucial to keeping your business running safely and smoothly. Poor air quality or otherwise inadequate systems can lead to major disruptions, making it essential to have experienced professionals who understand all aspects of building mechanical systems.
It's important to have an efficient and well-designed HVAC, plumbing, and fire suppression system for your building because it impacts all the occupants of the building as well as the building itself. If the system does not provide the proper fresh air, ventilation, it can affect the building occupants, resulting in more sickness and less productivity.
Seaman Engineering Corp is a family-owned engineering firm that specializes in the design and analysis of HVAC, plumbing, and fire protection systems.
We offer our clients full design services in HVAC, plumbing, and fire suppression systems for buildings, both residential, commercial, and industrial. We also offer analysis of those systems to verify efficiencies and the optimization of such systems.
It is my job to be part of a team that makes sure that we focus on giving the public and our clients the best possible version of ourselves by making sure that we stay up to date on our education and all the focuses that our employees need to maintain a happy and healthy well-being in the company.
Seaman Engineering Corp is committed to delivering a comprehensive range of services from innovative solutions through system audits, ensuring tailored support for every client's needs.
A client that wants to build an office building is predominantly looking for high-efficiency systems that keep their operating costs down, whereas someone who's building a hospital has a greater focus on the environmental quality within the building as well as energy efficiency.
On a recent project for a school, we designed a geothermal HVAC system which uses the stable temperature under the ground to provide heating and cooling for the building. This reduces the building's dependence on fossil fuels and lowers its energy costs. It's a great example of how sustainable design and smart engineering can come together to create efficient, future-ready buildings.
Seaman Engineering is unique because we're not just stuck in the office. We're on site working with contractors and ensuring what has been put onto paper is being installed correctly into the right specifications in field.
Whether your business is looking to convert or upgrade an outdated HVAC or plumbing system or enhance your fire protection systems, Seaman Engineering is the trusted partner to get the job done.
Specifically, when we start a project, we typically work with the architect who provides us the plans needed for us to run our calculations to determine the heat losses and cooling loads of the building, as well as the ventilation needs. We'll monitor it through the construction process, making sure all the systems have been installed so the owner gets a proper, complete system.
Plumbing in buildings is critical for conservation and sustainability. To minimize the water use in buildings, we want to reduce energy consumption to make sure that the building is fully functional and code compliant. Many buildings require fire protection systems. These systems are critical for the safety of the occupants so that they can escape the building in case there's ever an emergency.
Working alongside family is as rewarding and interesting as one would think. Seaman Engineering is proud of their dedication to excellence and innovation in the industry.
Being a family company, it gives us a sense of togetherness, really. We're building up a legacy that hopefully will help for future generations and be able to extend that into the business world. Hopefully by our examples, our employees see that, and then our employees are able to pass that on to our clients.
By designing smarter systems, we can help the client save money, make a meaningful impact on the planet, and meet environmental goals.
Seaman Engineering is a small family-owned business. We can provide personalized, tailored needs to each client, no matter the size.
For more information about Seaman Engineering Corp., visit their website, seamanengineers.com. And of course, visit our website, insidetheblueprint.com. Communication is vital in our society, and a huge part of that has to do with language. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, the number of people that speak a language other than English has nearly tripled over the last 40 years. Now more than ever, understanding others can make or break a connection.
In today's world, communication is the cornerstone of everything. When it comes to business, everything across the globe, you need to communicate. People are treated with that level of respect. People are heard. People are understood. They understand. Somebody's life could literally be on the line if not communicated with correctly.
Benoit Language Services has been providing expert interpreters to the legal, medical, and business sectors since 1978. Their mission is to make sure clear communication is accessible to all.
Benoit Language Services serves hospitals, they serve schools, government agencies, they serve lawyers, insurance companies.
We do in-person interpreting, and we work for law firms. We work with attorneys on a daily basis. We'll do attorney-client meetings, all sorts of virtual jobs, Zoom depositions. We'll also do healthcare jobs. We'll go to the hospital. We also go to any business that requires an interpreter, schools, education.
No matter the industry, clear and concise communication is important. But it's not just about interpreting words. A professional interpreter will bridge both cultural and linguistic barriers.
So having the interpreter isn't just about having somebody there with you. It's about the respect and the ethical standards to assist whoever's there. It's just something that everybody should really do to ensure you get things right the first time.
Interpreting is verbal. It's in person, it's over the telephone. They're interpreting in real time. Anything that's done with translation is written stuff.
Documents that are translated, they reflect the content, the meaning, and the style of the original. Translators do not alter and they do not change the original document meaning.
When you hire a professional interpreter, you're really getting somebody who has been trained well. You're not using a family member. You could be in a situation where a patient is being abused. So using a professional interpreter, it will ensure the patient's safety. Professional interpreters have had that proper training that is necessary with understanding and having a command of the vocabulary and the terminology needed for proper diagnosis.
Interpreters have to know certain terminology and medical, law, government, whatever it may be. In the medical, they have to go through the HIPAA compliance stuff. They have to go through confidentiality, and that goes across really all sectors. Whatever standard or whatever proceeding you request, we're going to make sure that that person is qualified.
Clients are provided with complimentary training to effectively work with interpreters for communication with limited English proficiency clients, educating them on improving cultural sensitivity without compromising efficiency, confidentiality, and accuracy.
We cover over 250 languages. We have over 11,000 interpreters nationwide. We understand that communication doesn't end at 5 p.m. and you're always going to have to continue to do that, cover all time zones, and we're really able to just ensure that we're going to give you exactly what you need when trying to communicate with someone.
Professional interpreters, they do more than just repeat what you're saying. The interpreter preserves the confidentiality, the accuracy, and it ensures cultural competent service. Some businesses might opt to use friends or family members as interpreters, but that can severely compromise the communication and the privacy. Interpreters are not witnesses and they don't provide their opinions. Professional interpreters, they are trained to interpret in the first person, and they have to remain impartial. They're valuable because they would help facilitate communication when working with a limited English proficient client by bridging that cultural and that linguistic barrier.
To learn more about Benoit Language Services, visit their website, benoitinc.com, or see this segment again at insidetheblueprint.com. mohar.com. Do you realize that when you attend a lecture at a university or run a meeting in your conference room, that every element in that space was thoughtfully selected to provide you with the optimal experience both functionally and aesthetically? Victoria Mohar of MoharDesign is here to give us insight into the world of commercial interior design for education and corporate environments.
People spend up to 90% of their time indoors. They spend a lot of that time in public spaces, and the design of those spaces is what commercial interior design is. An architecture firm that is looking to hire an interior design firm would want to look for experience with the specific building type. At MoharDesign, we are small but mighty. We create, design, and complete projects at the same level of large firms. Commercial interior design and residential interior design are very, very different. There's very defined purpose and function to these buildings. The industries that we have primarily worked with over the years has been higher education. We also do a lot of K through 12 schools, corporate workspace environments, and we do corporate science buildings. People cannot do or function in a building without furniture. We have furniture that works with all different types of people, and it's not just the furniture, it's how the furniture is laid out to use the space as it was designed.
We're extensions of the architects that hire us to work on the interior design, to create an interior that fulfills the same architectural vision that they have for their project. After our design decisions are made and have been settled with both the architect and the end users, we document and diagram all our decisions for the installers and the construction team to implement. We definitely are always considering sustainability and the longevity of the materials we select. We also take a lot of care in coordinating our interior decisions with the overall systems of the building. Our process in making choices for interior design is always with the experience of the space in mind after we're done, to best enhance the functionality and the usability of the space.
Not only does technology help us with designing, it also helps us with presenting. We're able to show clients how their space is going to look in real life by putting into a model the finishes and the furniture. We also have an internal furniture database that we've compiled with thousands of furniture images, which makes designing a lot easier for us and faster.
We collaborate with MoharDesign as early in our projects as possible. It's really important to have their work integrated, and they bring a great deal of expertise. So specifying furniture for the kinds of projects that we do is very complex. It requires a great deal of creativity and thought. One of the things we really like about working with MoharDesign, they don't just come in with a budget. They will say, here's a low, middle, and high, and then they will take great care at bringing the client through those and explaining what they will get at each of these price points.
Commercial interior design is about creating spaces that not only meet the practical needs of businesses and institutions, but also enhance the overall experience for users.
Doing the interior design, which is furniture, space planning, and all the interior finishes, there is a lot of technical consideration, cost consideration, safety, durability, sustainability is a very big part of what we do with interiors. All of this pulls together into those interior finishes.
Our office was built about 20 years ago that really did not give us full use of our space. We also went hybrid and wanted to create a space that really invited people back to the office. We were able to stay within budget with a lot of help from Mohar, and they really gave us a beautiful product in the end.
Building owners engage MoharDesign to create visually appealing spaces that will attract people while meeting their functional needs.
In these buildings that we do, they are designed to convey a message or an image about that institution, and they also reflect the people that use the building. When all those elements come together, there is a lasting impression for the people that use the building. And these people are the doers, the thinkers, the innovators of our future. And that's the small part I feel we play in that with our design contribution.
For more information about MoharDesign, visit their website, MoharDesign.com. And of course, visit our website, InsideTheBlueprint.com. Specializing in delivering exceptional food experiences, the Canapé Team at Corner Office Gourmet fills the gap in the service industry by providing top-tier culinary talent and expertise. Let's go inside the blueprint to learn more.
My name is Mike Tracy. I'm the owner-operator of Corner Office Gourmet. We produce fresh and frozen appetizers, sandwiches, desserts for the hotels and universities, hospitals, correctional facilities, caterers and wholesale food distributors. There's a lot of work that needs to be done, and these folks that work in these facilities don't always have the time and space and personnel to handle it.
Amid the skilled labor shortage in the service industry, Corner Office Gourmet steps in and excels.
We'll provide sandwiches, appetizers, canapes, often at a custom level where a hotel may reach out to us and say, hey, I need something new on my menu. What can you do for us? We really do the best we can to use the freshest and most in-season fruits and vegetables. We're at the produce market just about every day. Sometimes we'll get some pretty unique requests that come in, and they don't necessarily match with each other, and that's probably because these hotels are running different events at different times. So for example, we may have to deliver 500 green goddess deviled eggs, and to the same customer we may be going in as well with 250 fruit skewers, which you wouldn't think go together, and they probably don't go together, but on the other hand, it may be for two different parties that these folks will have at the same evening in two different ballrooms.
Flexibility and creativity are just two of the many reasons why customers rely on the Canapé Team.
We collaborate with hotels and event managers to create customized menus. A lot of times they'll email me or reach out to me and say, hey, what's new that you're working on, or what can you do for a specific theme that we have? A lot of times they'll call me out for a visit, and we'll set up a meet where we'll go through some things that might be the right options for their event. It's comforting for us to know that they have that trust level with us that we can solve those problems for them.
My name is Donna German, co-owner of Hostess Catering, located in Woburn, Massachusetts. I know Mike and the folks over at Corner Office Gourmet. We use him as one of our extra vendors when we have very large events. It's very easy when we contact Mike and the folks over at Corner Office Gourmet. It will take just an email or a phone call. We'll give them the date, what we're looking for, the quantity. And most of our jobs do take place in the Boston and Cambridge area. Most of the times they'll drive that down to us, meet us right at the location that we're catering at. It makes everything for us so easy and convenient.
My name is Ryan Harrington. I work for New England Food. Mike and his team at Corner Office Gourmet are great to work with. Us at New England Food have a unique customer base. A majority of our customers are correctional institutions. Mike and his team will drop on a dime to help us provide boxed meals with different variety of sandwiches. These sandwiches are a little bit higher end and healthier. Mike and his team, they always will deliver the product directly there in a timely manner without any issues.
With a commitment to quality, creativity, and consistency, every item created not only meets, but exceeds expectations.
We don't necessarily limit ourselves to hotels and catering halls. The hospitals are a division that we work with. The correctional institutions are one that we work with. The frozen distributors and our partners with those folks, because those guys will service all kinds of other venues. They're really great partners for us in as far as the frozen production and frozen distribution piece goes.
For more information about Corner Office Gourmet and the Canapé Team, visit their website, canapéteam.com. And of course, visit our website, InsideTheBlueprint.com. Launched in 2000 in Gardena, California, a small company dedicated to the idea of environmentally conscious, sustainable production of lighting products, Visionaire Lighting quickly expanded in both reputation and size.
From the beginning, we started doing smaller scale jobs, everything from parks to sports facilities, and then got into automotive lighting. And as the company grew, we got into more large scale projects like smart cities and street lighting.
Fred, the president and owner of our company, was also involved in tennis, and so they wanted to start doing tennis lighting. And so we initially started by lighting tennis courts with HID, or high intensity discharge lamps.
Our company initially started with just assembling products, and over the years, we brought more and more processes in-house. Now today, we are a completely vertically integrated company who manufactures all of its different components here in our facility.
The advent of commercially viable solid-state or LED lighting was the first significant change in the industry in over 100 years.
The new technology that Visionaire has and why it's going to make us stand out is because an open platform, it's a single pane of glass. Currently in today's lighting market, if I am with a university or if I'm with a city, I want to be able to control my lights, I want to be able to control my parking sensors, my oxygen sensors, any kind of thing, and any time I want to do that, I have to do that on a separate login, a separate program. What's unique to Visionaire is we're an open protocol, which means we have different devices from different manufacturers that we could bring in and all operate on our own user interface.
Because solid-state lighting was essentially a small computer, it enabled other connected devices to interface with lighting for the first time at this level. This was the birth of smart lighting.
The technology that I designed, that I developed, was a platform, a very agnostic, unique platform where we could have multiple softwares on one pane of glass. So I could actually take it to where I could bring in 3 or 4 different types of software, bring it into one, and be able to visualize everything on a single pane of glass.
In the light fixtures there's a real estate. There's a platform inside there which allows that. The light itself's not detecting that movement, but there would be a computer or brain chip that's inside that platform that allows you to be able to signal what's going on based on the camera.
Visionaire manufactures its own printed circuit boards in-house in its Surface Mount Technology or SMT facility. Each board is individually tested and analyzed for quality. This ensures the elevated level of product quality and longevity.
We have robots doing injection molding, making the optics for our LED fixtures. We have a SMT room, which is surface mount technology, which will pick an LED off of a reel and place it onto our printed circuit board. We have a pattern shop or sandcasting for die cast.
Just like the smartphone's evolution over the years, Pangea Link technology will integrate with applications we haven't even imagined yet. There's a street light almost every place you look, which can support this technology in the future.
When you talk about the future and the application, it's really unlimited, and it's allowed us to continue to keep desiring the city's wants and needs and learning them as they're learning them at the same time.
The great thing about our technology is it's really future-proof. Because we are an open-ended platform, that means that whatever you have currently today, if you're happy with it, that's great, but if you realize you have a need and you need to incorporate something else into that system, you could do that in the future. So if you want to bring cameras onto it, if you want to bring smart water meters onto it, you're allowed to do that in the future because it's an open-ended platform.
The future for Visionaire is actually very, very bright. We're really developing things today and future-proofing our fixtures to where people can actually have access to this stuff 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road. As you know, software never stops. It's always an evolving thing. So in some cases, we know where we are today, but it could change in 24 months. It could be a totally different technology. So we're trying to stay on the cutting edge of that.
For more information about this new technology, please visit visionairelighting.com. For more information about anything you've seen on today's show, or to become part of Inside the Blueprint, go to our website, InsideTheBlueprint.com.